Travis Scott was is sued for $750 million right now. It's a class action lawsuit, and you know, obviously the attorneys are well aware of what he's doing. That there was a blood sacrifice. Actually, 10 of them performed here, and he was trying to make this concert bigger than big, and so that's why they're hitting him for such a hefty amount. But make no mistake about it. Eventually, people will recover from the loss and begin attending his concerts again, just like they have with others. The difference between Travis Scott and other performers is he wanted it bigger and more explosive. So rather than just blood sacrificing his family members, he took it on to the general public, and unsuspecting people found themselves victims by being trampled over for his financial gain. So, it was unnecessary. I mean, you got two ways of making money. The hard, slow, long way versus the blood sacrifices, which is basically they're going into, by means of witchcraft, into the demonic realm, having people lose their lives. And in exchange for that, can become multimillionaires. But in his case, obviously, Travis wants to become a billionaire. Even back in Woodstock in the 60s, the most lives that were lost were 3. So this was a banger right here. That many lives being lost at once. It's just this extremely high number. It couldn't go unnoticed. It was kids involved who lost their lives. And then the funny thing about this concert, they were 9 years old who were attendees. I mean, a rap concert, vulgarities and drugs and so forth, and somebody sends their 9-year-old there. I'm not going to completely blame Travis because he's a performer, but I'm definitely going to blame the parents for that, because they shouldn't even have their children in that environment. But definitely the blood sacrifices are a result of the witchcraft that Travis Scott imposed on those folks. And if you listen to these people speaking on it, they had their tales of the darkness and the feeling and the vibe of a strong satanic atmosphere at his concert. And it's because of, the hexes that he put on the crowds and on the concert to make it produce all this money. So you had people raging in there, completely out of control. Actually, folks were getting out of control before the concert even began. So it just spilled over. And then folks were breaking across the barriers and so forth. But what we're focusing on here are these lawsuits. Now, so far, $750 million for one class action one, and then more will obviously pour in, which will easily become over $1 billion in lawsuits that him and Live Nation and others are gonna, Drake, they're all gonna have to deal with. No need to feel sorry for any of them, because they know what they're into, they know what they planned on, and so they watched it go to fruition. But this is nothing new. Everybody in Hollywood does them. They do blood sacrifices. It's just the way he did it and the explosive nature was something. And then it's affecting the attendees. So now they don't have their kids returning home over some just stupid alien, asteroid, satanic, funny vibe and rap he does. He got this. They got this new gothic sound to rap nowadays, which is because it's becoming darker. Now you got some rap out there that's decent, of course. So I'm not saying that, but you also have the type that they're trying to go deeper. Basically, the rap nowadays is replacing the heavy metal of the 90s and the 2000s. We know that is dead, but rap is very much alive, and these concert goers, they make their money off of people, well, the actual ones who promoting the concerts, and the performers make their money off of carrying them. So they don't make their money off of sales anymore and so much downloads. They make their money off of people attending their concerts and tours. And so this is all planned, people to trample upon each other, and with these sacrifices that ends up lining their pockets. Yeah, but what they clearly didn't put into play are the fatalities and the lawsuits that were going to be imposed upon them. So, oftentimes people in Illuminati will get the money that they intend on. But if that is the case, because they made it, I call it illegally because they didn't do it the right way, it will be against them sevenfold. So God will strike the gavel on them for, some lives being lost as a result of their financial gain. So it's just important for people to do things the right way. And, when a little time passes over, folks will be attending his future concerts and other type of rage sorts of concerts. Remember, this whole rage stuff goes back to heavy metal. So they've been doing this for the longest. Another thing that's going to put a lot of the focus on Travis Scott is him being black. Being a black man, they want to they're trying to publicly execute his image. So Travis knew what he was getting into. The focus is always more on people who are black. Okay, that's just the way it is. It's not good, but hey, Travis Scott, you got the complexion of a Jew. That's what's going to come with it. So as a result, Travis is going to feel the heat. And then you got that many lives lost on top of it. That's what comes with it. But anyway, this will continue. More lives will be lost, more blood sacrifices, and I'll document it every step of the way. So we got people who are on it now, but sooner or later, the Illuminati is going to brush it under the rug and act as if nothing happened, and it's going to be wash, rinse, and repeat, and the same thing is going to happen all over again. Oh, hey, look here. You got to be an idiot to be attending these concerts nowadays, these sorts of rage ones, because back in the day, it would just be like in a club or in an arena. It was much more organized. But now, people are trying to get out because of COVID and everything like that. And you got the whole rage atmosphere that's extremely demonic. And people are going to find themselves unconscious, or even worse, dead, as a result of trying to have a good time. So we're in a new world order now, and things are going to not be like they were before. Things are going to happen differently. And there's going to be more mass casualty. So it will behoove anyone, just to keep yourself safe and don't get caught up in the mess. Yeah, so financially, it's going to hit Travis Scott, and others involved, but they'll eventually recover, and there'll be the same thing happening all over again with another entertainer. Travis Scott will eventually have money, more than what he has now, what he was anticipating by doing these blood sacrifices. These people innocently going to the concert, call themselves having a good time. They're getting poked with needles and all this other foolishness, but they find themselves giving up the ghost, because you don't know what those performers who will do anything to become wealthy imposed on them, what curses and hexes he put out there on them. These are performers. They work for the Illuminati. They put out there by them, and they could care less about some lives being lost. So, hey, Till next time.